Welcome to another lesson of Microsoft Excel. So in this lesson, we're going to learn about some advanced formulas which are in Microsoft Excel and are used to get some advanced or which are termed as advanced formulas. Okay, so the 5 formulas which we're going to show today is the index and match, choose formula, indirect formula, Corel formula, and then forecast formula. Well, we're going to start off with the index formula. Okay, so I already have a chart for each and every one of them, or maybe even like use the same charts for finding out all of the values or using up and how you can use all of the functions or formulas which I've showed. So as the first formula, which is the match and index, so I'm going to start off with the index. Okay, so what does this index function mean? So the index function returns a value or the reference to a value from within a table or range. Play. There are 2 ways to use the index function. If you want to return the value of a specified cell or array of cells, see array form. If you want to return a reference to specified cell, see reference form. Okay, so this is how you will be able to find out how you can find the results by using advanced formulas, which is indirect, and also your you know complex formulas. So first off, we're gonna show what I'm gonna do right here is just find out the discount. Okay, now I'm gonna find out the values. So if I want to find out the values, the first thing which I have to do is obviously type in equal index. I'm not gonna make this video really long, so I'm just gonna show you how you're gonna work on it. So first, as it is index, so just type in index, and then you will see that what type of like required data is needed to find out the exact results or use the formula. So as I'm going to find out the discount, so you can see that we need the reference or the array. So which one is going to be the array? Okay, so if you want to find out the array or the reference, what you have to do first is just select the array, which is going to be, let's say, this one. Okay, so as this is going to be my array, so I'm going to close it, and then before closing it, I'm going to lock in by pressing in F4, so it's locked in, so you can use it for the later ones too by using the fill header. And then I'm going to put in a comma, and after I put in a comma, you can see that there are, if you have a lot of data, maybe like 2 more tables, so what you're going to do is just select all of those and then later on put in a comma, so now you can add in more data, which is going to be the row number. So as the row number is given there, so I'm going to do is type in, instead of doing that, I'm going to select or use match function. Okay, so I'm going to type in match, as you can see right here. So now it is searching for lookup value. So the lookup value is going to be my sales over here, which is going to be I2. Okay, which is going to be I2. First off, before going there, I'm going to do is type in, let's say, the first one, which is going to be I2. Okay, I2, and then after I select on I2, then what I'm going to do here is let's say I2 and then put on a comma, and then what I'm gonna do here is, okay, I don't think it was done. Okay, this is I comma, and then the lookup array. So the lookup array is gonna be this one. Okay, which is gonna be, let's say, the investment. Okay, let's say the investment. Okay, so this is the investment, as this is I2 and this is gonna be the investment. So as that is the investment, I have to maybe like lock in. Okay, so I'm gonna lock in by pressing in F4, and then after I press in F4, what I'm gonna do next is I have to like use another ones if I have more of them. So I'm gonna type in comma 1. Okay, so I'm gonna type in comma 1, which is going to be less than. So I'm going to do is just close the bracket or close the parentheses, and after I close the parentheses, I'm going to do is comma again, and now I'm going to do is type in 1, and then at the end I just have to close the what you have right here, which is going to be let's say closed parentheses. Okay, so as I close the parentheses, okay, as so I'm going to do is type in both commas. Okay, after that, as this is 1. So I'm going to type in, let's say, double comma. Okay, after I type in double comma, what I'm going to do next is just type in the last one, which is going to be, let's say, finding out whatever type of data there is. Let's say just 1 is enough. Okay, so double comma this, and then put in let's say VLOOKUP, which is gonna be the name. Okay, which is, I'm gonna type in just VLOOKUP, and then I'm gonna type in or use the names, which is gonna be this one: Kevin, Arnold, Panda, Tigris, and then all of them. And as I've done it, so I might like keep it or use that to be what we can say is, let's say, like close the value, or maybe typing in. Okay, so I'm gonna do is type in comma, and then table array should be 0. Okay, so as I've seen right here, so I'm gonna type in 0, and again comma 0. Okay, and then comma, let's say false, and I'm gonna close the parentheses, hit enter. There are too many arguments, so I'm just gonna stay on here, which is gonna be let's say, let's not use this, but at the end I have to like use it. Let's say, okay, not here either, so I'm gonna do is undo it. Let's say, let's stay from here, which is gonna be just the index. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna select the array, comma, row number is, my bad, I have to select the whole thing, comma, and then the row number should be 2, comma, column number 1. Close the parentheses, hit enter, and you will see the discount value, or it will be just right up according to the percentage. Okay, so this is how you will do index formulas. And if you want to add in the match, what you can do right here is, without using this 1 or 2 comma, or close the bracket, and then what you're gonna do is just type in comma and then type in match. So this is how you will be able to use match and index function both together. Now what I'm going to talk about is the next one, which I've shown, which is going to be the choose formula. So just as I said, now I'm going to show you the choose function. So how does the choose function work? In VLOOKUP, it's just vertical lookup for the data which you're searching for, and then finding it as a result. And there you have to use vertical rows, okay, vertical columns, and then it's going to show you the result. But in choose function, you don't have to use those references, but here what you have to use the reference is of the exact type of result which you're going to type, or which you're going to take. Okay, so if you want to use the choose function, which is going to be equal choose, and then it's the index number. So as I have, let's say, okay, let's make this a bit bigger, so as I can see what code I have. So now I'm gonna do is type in equal choose. Now I'm gonna do is type in the index number, which is gonna be 2 here, it's comma, and then the number value. If you want to like find out the number value, what you're gonna do is type in the type of colors which I have according to that. So if you want to put in it, which is gonna be equal red, close parenthesis, like those, and then double quotation, green, comma, again pink, pink. Okay, now double quotation, close it. After closing it, what you have to do is just close the parentheses. That will be quite done. And how you're gonna do it, and the last thing what you're gonna do is just close the parentheses, and that will just do the work, which I'm gonna do right here. Close the parentheses, hit enter, and you can see that 2 is for green. And if I use the fill header to find out the data, which I'm gonna do right now, my bad, if let's do it again, which is gonna be choose, and the index number, which is 1 right here, comma, and what I'm gonna do here is just do the same thing which I did back then. Yeah, remember to keep using the double quotation, or else it won't work. Okay, it needs the data to how you're gonna process it. So green, double quotation, cross, then double quotation, pink, double quotation, close the parentheses, and that will do its work, which is gonna be 1 is for red, which I can see right here. So you need some references to find out the result in choose function. So that is how you can do choose function in Microsoft Excel. Now what I'm gonna show you is the indirect formula. So we're back again, and now we were going to show you about the indirect formula. So how does the indirect formula work in Microsoft Excel? Well, indirect formula just helps you to direct, or it just redirects one of your cells and then redirects to the selected or the specific cell it is gonna verify or gonna say. So let's just show you. It's just really basic and really easy. Now I'm gonna type in equal indirect, my bad, indirect, which I have right here. And now what I'm gonna do is just the reference text, which is what you're gonna do is just select the cell. Okay, and now we have both of these like cells which has C1 and H2, which are coordinates, right? So what I'm gonna do here is let's press C1, and you will see that this count will open up. Okay, let's do that. Close the parentheses, or maybe just type in equal and then true false style, close the parentheses, enter, and you can see that C1 has redirected to like D3, which I selected right here, which you will see D3 where it was written C1, so it redirected me to C1. Okay, now let's do it again by typing in equal indirect and then reference text, which is going to be H2. Now if I select that, you will see Kevin will be turned out as the result, and even if I cross like or close the parentheses, it's gonna work. Now you can see that H2 is Kevin, so in that cell it redirected to H2. So this is how you can do indirect formula in Microsoft Excel. And now what I'm going to show you is the Corel formula, and at the end what I'm going to show you is forecast formula. So what is the Corel formula? So the Corel function returns the correlation coefficient of two cell ranges. Use the correlation coefficient to determine the relationship between two properties. For example, you can examine the relationship between a location's average temperature and the use of air conditioners. So you can do both of them by using this Corel function. And now how you're gonna do the Corel function, or maybe how you're gonna just start on doing that. So let's start off with this chart or table again, which I have right here. You can also find it, but you don't have to worry that much how you're gonna find it, because this is quite easy to do, and then you will be able to do it just by doing it once or twice. Okay, so what I'm gonna do first is just make sure that some of those data are in dollars, because this is quite like financial. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is that there are three of the correlation, which is going to be positive as one variable increases, so other does not. So does the others. Okay, so that's the positive. Negative is that as one variable increases, the other decreases. So no relationship movement in one variable and cannot be predicted from the other. Okay, that is going to be the no relation, which is not neither positive neither negative. Okay, so it's just no relation. Now I'm gonna do is type in Corel. Okay, so as I'm gonna type in equal Corel, and now you just need array 1 and array 2, which I'm gonna do is select on this cell, comma, and then the arrow array 2, and then close the parentheses, hit enter, and you will see that NA formula or NA has appeared up. So I'm just gonna go to sheet 2, and then let's see if it works on here. Okay, let's do it here. Okay, equal Corel, and then array 1, which is gonna be like this. Press F4, comma, then PV, double quotation, close. Now you can see that this is deviation by 0, so that means there is 0 in the result, or maybe something which I can't find. Okay, this is deviation 0. Why does deviation 0 appears up? So we know deviation appears up when you're multiplying it with the 0 or does not have any data. Or what I'm gonna do here is type in percentage. Okay, so if I want to do percentage, or like how you can do it, so what I'm gonna do first is just click in Corel, and then what I'm gonna do is select the array, and then what you can do is just select the sales. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is just type in again Corel. Now what I'm gonna do is, let's say this 3, and then what I'm gonna do here is that comma and this one. Okay, and then close the parentheses, hit enter, and you can see that how you can use the Corel or correlation function in Microsoft Excel, which is really easy to do, and you don't even have to worry about it that much, because Corel function is really easy and does not require a lot of data to input and then get the results. Now the last thing what I'm going to show you is known as the forecast function or the forecast formula. Well, the forecast formula is really amazing. Okay, so what is the forecast? Okay, what is the forecast formula in Excel? So when you create a forecast, Excel creates a new worksheet that contains both a table of the historical and predicted value and a chart that expresses this data. A forecast can help you predict things like future sales, inventory requirement, or consumer trends. Okay, so I'm gonna just hop on to how you're gonna use it. So if you want to find out the forecast, what you're gonna do first is that you have to, okay, now I'm gonna do is type in or start using the formulas. Okay, so I'm gonna do is just type in or start doing it. So I'm gonna do is, okay, my bad. Now I'm gonna do here is type in equal forecast. Okay, now if you do is forecast, okay, forecast, which I have right here, and now you can see that it requires x, which is, and then known y as, and then known x as. So what is the x, known y as, known, or known x as? So x stands for the year, or which year you're gonna find out in the present, or let's say how much money you're gonna get in 2000, let's say 2027, 2027. Okay, or let's do a year, which I'm gonna have here, my bad, here. So I'm gonna do is type in equal forecast, okay, which I have right here, which is gonna be forecast, and then x is gonna be the year. Let's say 20, this one, 76, and then in 76, what I'm gonna do is type in equal and then known ys, which I'm gonna have is use it with, let's say, PV. I'm gonna do it for the 10 years, and then after it's done with 10 years, so what I'm gonna do is just type in comma again, and after the comma I'm gonna select the years, okay, which is gonna be 1 to 10, and then what I'm gonna do at the end is just close the parentheses and then hit enter. And now you can see that in the year, okay, what year was it? So the year was, let's say, 40 or whatever it was. So in that year you're gonna get that much amount of money. Okay, and even if you don't want to use it that much, or like, don't want to get that value, or like do other functions and formulas to find out your value, don't do that. And what you're gonna do is just find out using this forecast function or formula, which you're gonna have in Microsoft Excel. Even if you can't find it, which you've seen right here, when you're gonna type in forecast, it might not appear up. So what you can do is just go to formulas and go to financial, and then you can just maybe find it from here. If you can't, just go to more functions, and then statistics maybe, or wherever it is, just select on it and it will be done, and you can use it however you want it to be. Okay, so hope you guys understood everything, and these are like some of the basic 5 advanced functions or formulas in Excel. And thank you for watching this video.